Hey, Tanya Rochelle here. I'm coming with a number one, just a quick update on how things are going in our medical commodities group. Number one, it's going wonderful. We have invoices that are getting paid out. We have a network of people, a community of people who are working together, learning together, building together. It's wonderful. So I'm loving it. Everything's good. Um, it is still open now, and it's $100 to join our medical commodities business startup program. Okay, but that's not the reason for this video. The reason for this video is I wanted to go over ways to make extra money in a world as what we're living in now. The world, I'm sure we both can agree, has definitely changed. It's not, there are some places where we still doing business. We going to places, but a lot of places are not. A lot of things have become virtual. So I'm saying there's appointments that's being done, doctor's visits being done, things like that are being done via virtual. So how does that help you? The thing is, we have to be able to adapt and adjust when things happen like this. As sure as I tell you that it happened now, there's going to be something later on that we're going to have to adjust to as well. So being able to adjust and monetize in a virtual world, you have to identify need. One of the biggest things that I noticed in this virtual world now is the need for insurance. There was a lot of people who passed away due to whatever reason during pandemic, whatever the reason. A lot of people passed away. So there's a definite need for making sure that families are protected with final expense, to make sure the families don't have to bear that burden of paying for funeral expenses. Now here, this is an update. The government is paying if one of your relatives or someone passed away and it was diagnosed as COVID, then the government, you give them that information and they will pay those expenses, or maybe it's a reimbursement. Check into that. Okay, that was a part of when they passed the last stimulus. That was a part of the bill that the government pays that. So that's one thing to check into. But the need is there for final expense. There's also, as our older community, the turning 65s, there's a great number of people turning 65 every day. I wish someone would have told me 13 years ago when I got licensed in insurance. I wish they would have told me about Medicare then, because from what I see, the first of all, you're providing a service, you're educating your clients, but I'm gonna tell you, at the end of the day, the income is wonderful. Plus you get something, the residuals as well. So, a lot of the people who have been winning when it came to this virtual world were people who were able to transition from the brick and mortar to the face-to-face, who have been doing face-to-face, but now face-to-face has been replaced with screen to screen, if that makes sense. So being able to use Zoom or whatever it is, even for my elderly people, this has been something that they have been able to do. They know how to click the link. It takes a minute, but with a little bit of education, they can do it as well. So that's what I have found for this time, that we're in now, is that virtual. So in a virtual world, being able to help with, in the insurance realm is a big deal. Those businesses blew up during pandemic. Why? Because people were losing their, lives or getting sick. They saw loved ones suffering. So in instances like that, where, they didn't want to let go of their insurance because of the pandemic. So in that sense, it was a help because people saw the reality of what was happening and what this thing was doing to people. So they wanted to make sure they had their protection. And then there was a point where people couldn't get protection because The insurance companies were trying to figure out how they were going to do this thing with COVID. And then it created a whole, the fear of missing out. Then people were like, oh no, if I can get it, I need it. So what I'm saying is that this whole scenario actually helped with business. It actually helped to increase business in the financial services realm. So, if you are looking to get into the financial services, you should hit me up. You should definitely hit me up. I can definitely help you with that. Also, another thing, I see that one of the things that increased was like services, where servicing the people. See, this is what you got to understand. Servicing the people is always going to be the way that the real money is going to be made, because money is going to come in exchange of one person to another, either for services, you know what I'm saying, or for merchandise. It's going to come from another person. So we have to continue to serve and service other people, and you'll naturally just apart because of that process, you'll be successful. But what's happening now is that apps are now getting in the middle of where people serve people. Look at Uber. That's one person helping out another person. I'll pay you to take me such and so. But did you really need the app? But you know what I'm saying? Now, and you have like here in Texas, they have what's called Favor. Favor, you can go grocery shopping for them. You do whatever it is that they need done, picking up things, running, whatever it is, and you're paid to do the favor. And things like that is servicing people, service to the people. So, I mean, it's wonderful. You have all this technology and all these different things that's coming up. I see more in the food industry is going to get more tech savvy because they got Flippy now. Flippy going to be flipping burgers and flipping chicken, you know what I'm saying? Which is going to take away from people's jobs, but nothing will ever replace the interaction between one person to another. One person to another, there's a connection or not, but it's still better than robot to person, because there's apps that's just weird. It just gets frustrating. And especially in the situations on the phone, you want to hang up, right? Nothing like having a real person on that phone that you can talk to, relate to, connect to. Same thing when it comes to the services that, especially when it comes to our life, our health, things like that. I want to be able to talk to a person who can educate me. Give me the real deal. What do you have in place? Things like that. A robot cannot answer those questions, So that was just, this is not going to be a long video. I just wanted to come to you with that. When it comes to making money in this world as it has now changed, it's really all about the virtual. It's all about being able to, a lot of people see now it's possible they can work from home. A lot of people have started their businesses, and despite the fact of, whether we're able to go and see people or not, we have been able to be creative, think outside the box, really take advantage of your social media and all the things that you have in the way of marketing. Get in that virtual realm, because now actually the marketing that it takes for you in the virtual realm, it spreads a whole lot faster, which means you can blow up a whole lot faster, get a whole lot more business, because a lot more people are seeing you. So it's actually preferred to me to be in the virtual realm. But not only that, there has to be the communication. Let's have a conversation, be it if it's text. Most times I'm old school. I'm going to jump on the phone. A lot of people, they see that. I have no problem talking to you. I'm a regular person just like you. So you got to have that connection. You got to have conversation. You got to be able to do that. And because of that, you are actually feeling the need. You're feeling a need. And that's why it's success, because it's a need there. And when you provide that service or that merchandise, you're fulfilling that need. And that's a wonderful thing. So just something that I thought I would put out there. I do want to mention again, there was a lot of people who have been hitting me up about insurance in terms of partnerships. I do have I do have where I am, and this is totally different. That's another thing. The world is changing. The world has changed. Okay. So the way we do business is totally different. Totally different. So, what I would like to even present to you is that for those of you who are interested in getting in financial services or insurance, or however you want to label it, hit me up, because what we have is coaching that's provided, which gives you everything that you're ever going to need in terms of the education of knowing what it is, in terms of products, how to be compliant, things like that. We got you in terms of that training. Running you through the whole process of getting licensed is a whole nother beast within itself, but it still can be easy. Remember, it's not hard. It's just something new. And we just have to go through the process. That's it. And the support that's needed. You know, being able to have people who have already been there, done that, can help walk you through it, help simplify it for you. That's a big deal. So, you know, that's what I'm looking to help a lot of people with who are looking to do that. I'm now 13 years in the industry, and I'm looking to go ahead and, you know, really make an impact in a lot of people who are interested. So I said, you know what, there's no time like the present to go ahead and do that. You know, my mind has definitely changed over the years, because that was not always my thinking. I was always a solopreneur. I was always, I'll just do it myself type of person. And the reality of it is that you will actually stop your own self, because there's only so much one person can do. So give opportunities to other people and let them grow and help them to grow and help the other people grow, and just keep it going. And, you know, by helping other people to get what they want, I will actually help myself get what I want. So that's my message. If you're looking to get into the industry, hit me up. I can get definitely, let's have a conversation. Let's just start there. Let's have a conversation, and I will show you a couple of things and see what you think, and we can proceed on from there. You know, a lot of people have been for the years turned off with insurance, and I think the biggest thing is that they just don't understand it. When you can tell a person that, you know, now you can get into this industry, get licensed, do everything you need to do, and the majority of the work that you're doing now is at home, over the phone, using the internet. The game has changed. A lot of your people are accustomed now to doing over the phone or doing Zoom because of COVID. So that's another opportunity. So don't miss it. So give me a call. As usual, I should probably have my number up here somewhere, but if not, it's 832-291-2470. Tanya Rochelle. I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.